Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." These words were first spoken to the Israelites in the midst of hardship and suffering. They were likely desiring an immediate rescue. But can this verse be applied to us today? Certainly. The dawn of a new year brings with it new hope and focus as we look to move forward. It is a time for New Year resolutions and a hope for a brighter and better future. Many of us spent the first moments of this year with our family and friends affirming plans for the remainder of the year. However, I am sure you would agree with me that none of us had the 2020 vision that was clear enough to see the unprecedented year ahead. It seemed like our vision was completely blurred. The events of 2020 have many of the elements of a best-selling thriller: an action-packed opening chapter, a strong sense of dread, suspense and cliffhangers, as well as character growth. Like any best-selling thriller, the year 2020 elicited emotions of fear and excitement, happiness and sadness, anger, grief, and even relief. For many of us, we started this year with our loved ones in an action-packed service, giving thanks to God for bringing us to the close of one chapter and the start of a new unwritten chapter. By February, we were experiencing near feverish suspense as we watched the events of the world unfold. March brought with it a strong sense of dread as our worst fears were realized. And so by April, our strength of character and resolve were being truly tested. We ushered in May with a renewed strength as we realized that with God's help, we should dispel all our doubts and all our fears. And so by June, we were singing praises of joy as we came to the realization that we had many reasons to celebrate. Understanding the language of God in the events of our world requires the art of spiritual discernment. However, just like the thriller, it calls for us to detach from our heightened emotions. This season has brought with it grief, disappointment, hurt, anger, and even disillusionment. And we probably question if God had abandoned us. But maybe, just maybe, in His infinite wisdom, God saw that this world and His people needed a period of reflection, correction, and redirection. When we are facing difficult situations, never take God's silence as His absence. Instead, take refuge and comfort in Jeremiah 29:11. Take comfort in knowing that this verse is not an immediate promise to rescue us from our hardships, but rather it is a promise that God has a well-crafted and clearly articulated plans for our lives. Let us look beyond our current and recently past circumstances with the knowledge, faith, and hope that God is still the author of our best-selling thriller. We are only the narrators. For only God knows the master plan, and only God knows how our life story will end. He will work through any situation with the promise to prosper us while giving us hope for a brighter future. So my brothers and sisters in Christ, I encourage you today to pause. Take a deep breath. Exhale all of your frustrations and inhale God's peace, provision, and promises. This season too shall pass, and you will come through it renewed, refreshed, reinvigorated, and rejuvenated. God bless you.